Yo, welcome to my YouTube. Hey, if you guys are enjoying my videos, make sure you hit the like button, and if you have not already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that. Today you guys are going to get to hear just the behind the scenes of what it is that I do on my credit consultation. So everybody that signs up for my credit repair program, I actually do a free consultation with them. A lot of times when you do credit repair programs, because I've done them before and I've had my credit fixed, and they didn't tell me anything. They had me sign up for a credit monitoring software. They went in, they done whatever they needed to do to fix my credit, and that was that. I essentially had to learn on my own what it was that I needed to do to keep my credit up. And the only thing I knew is that I just shouldn't have any late payments. But essentially, I had no idea what actually makes my score. So you guys are going to get to hear that, and I'm about to go ahead and get started. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you.
Okay.
And get logged into your account so that we can go through them step by step. How's your day going today?
Going pretty good. How's your day?
Going good. I can't complain. All right, so as soon as you log in here, what it's going to do is it's going to have your 3 credit scores. So as you know, the 3 primary credit bureaus are TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. TransUnion is the easiest to fix, and Equifax is the hardest to fix, just an FYI. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you come in here is you want to click View Most Recent Report. Right up under it is going to have your refresh date, which yours is 8/19. So that means that your scores are going to refresh. Your new scores are going to come in on the 19th. So around the 20th, and it's literally 30 days to the T, like to the amount of hours and everything. So I would probably wait to just a day after to take a look at it if I was you. And every 30 days, you should have new results from what we're doing. You also can log into Credit Repair Cloud, which you should have your login information to see what we've challenged and what it is that we're trying to scrub off of your credit report. Now with you didn't sign up for the monitoring one that gives you your 3 scores every 30 days. Do you mind if I click Get It Now? It's $21.99.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now it's going to load your 3 credit reports. And one of the things that I like about using Identity IQ is that it's going to have all 3 of them side by side, where you can see exactly the comparison, because different creditors report to different credit bureaus, which is why we generally have 3 unique scores. Okay. So the first thing that we want to do is look at your personal information and make sure that everything that they have listed is correct. Because if it isn't, and there's a debt tied to something that isn't correct, then that's going to be an easy way for us to go ahead and get that negative item removed from your credit report. So just taking a look at this, just looking at the name, your date of birth, current addresses, previous addresses, and employers. Is there anything that you see that's incorrect on here?
I would say that 18, that address is incorrect.
Okay, you've never lived there?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who this employer is either. I have to look that up.
Okay, which employer looks incorrect? The Powell?
The TransUnion.
Okay, because that's on Equifax too.
Yeah, that name.
That's actually on all 3.
Yeah, I see that now. That name doesn't ring a bell at all to me.
Okay.
But yeah, besides that, everything else is correct.
All right, so we'll make sure that we get those items removed. So after looking at your personal information, what we want to go down and look at your credit score. So your credit score, the range for credit scores is 300 to an 850. 300 is the lowest score you can have, and 850 is the highest score you can have. Now, how they come up with your credit score, you basically have 5 different factors that make up your credit score. The first one is going to be your payment history, and payment history is about 35% of your credit score. So just making payments on time is the biggest part of your credit score. All right. The second biggest part of your credit score is going to be your utilization. You want to make sure that your utilization stays below a 30%. So when it comes to your credit cards, there's going to be two dates that are very important. Number one, your due date and your reporting date. The reporting date, and both of these dates, of course, are going to be on your credit statements. The reporting date is the date that they actually report to the credit bureau. So by the time on that date when they're reporting to the credit bureau, you want your utilization to be below 30%. So that means if you've got a credit card where the high limit is, let's say it's $1,000, you don't want your balance to be more than $300 when they report to the credit bureau. So you want to make sure that you keep your utilization below 30% because that's 30% of your score. 15% of your score is credit history. So you want to have very long trade lines on your credit report. So that's why a lot of times our parents and our grandparents have really good credit scores because they've had accounts for a lengthy amount of time. Probably one of the worst things that I see people do is they pay credit cards off and then they close the account. You don't want to close the account. You want to keep the account open. Creditors like to see that you've had accounts with people for 10 years, 15 years. It's like being in a relationship. You know, the longer you've been with somebody, the better it looks. You know, a 15-year relationship should be stronger than a 1-year relationship. So they like to see those type of things. So credit history is going to be 15% of your score. The credit mix is going to be 10% of your score. So they like to see a good mix of installment credit. They like to see a good mix of installment accounts and revolving accounts. All right, so revolving accounts are pretty simple. Those are going to be credit cards. Installment accounts are accounts where you pay a certain amount of money over a certain amount of months. So that's going to be like mortgage accounts, car notes, different things of that nature are going to be installment accounts. And then the other 10% is new credit or inquiries. So like sometimes you'll see it says, you know, your oldest account is too recent. That means that you opened up some credit, you know, here recently. So, you know, they don't like to see people having a lot of inquiries because that means that you're always trying to borrow and get new credit. All right. Okay. So the next thing it's going to do is going to show your risk factors. And this means why your score is whatever it is. If you need any help repairing your credit, learning how to build your credit, then I'm the person that you want to see. Make sure you hire us here at DHG University. And then down here on your summary, so that's pretty important. So for a potential creditor, what looks really good when it comes to a credit report is at least 10 open accounts, 0 delinquent, 0 derogatory, 0 collections, and only 2 to 3 inquiries over the past 2 years. Now, you've got quite a bit of inquiries, but inquiries are one of the easiest things to remove, so we aren't too worried about those. And as mentioned, they're only about 10%. They only make up about 10% of your score. However, like if you're looking to like, you know, get some new credit cards or something like that, even with a high credit score, you could still be denied just from having a bunch of inquiries. All right, so then when you come down here, so it's going to, the first thing it's going to do is list your open accounts. So let's kind of go through those. All right, at the very end of this is a legend that, because a lot of times these creditors, they use acronyms or they have them, you know, just, they don't spell the name all the way out. So at the very bottom, you can always look down there and see exactly what the creditor is. All right, so this is the credit card that you have with USAA. Credit limit is $300 and the balance is $236. So you've got a lot of positive history tied to this card, but this is one of those ones where you want to pay this down to 30% or less. So we need to get this balance paid down to $90 or less, okay? So if you can do that over the next month, that'll definitely be very helpful in bringing your credit score up, because as mentioned, the utilization is making up 30% of your score. All right. So then the next one we got with Discover. And then that's another thing too. So as we get your credit up, I'll recommend to you different credit cards that you can look at applying for that are going to be very high credit limits, like, you know, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, because I'm pretty sure you probably maybe got this card when your credit wasn't, you know, as high. And so you got a lower limit. And then also, as your scores go up and you've had good history, you should always go to them every 5 or 6 months and ask for a credit limit increase, okay?
Okay.
All right, so then we got Discover Bank. So within the credit limit is 2,000 and the balance is 1949. So this is another one. We want to pay this down to 30%, which is no more than $600. And then you've already got good credit history for them. So let's just work on getting that balance down, which is definitely going to help your score significantly.
Okay.
And especially being that they report to all 3 credit bureaus as well. Discover always reports to all 3. All right, Capital One. Capital One cards are generally pretty good cards, especially if you can get the higher limit ones. Once again, credit cards are revolving accounts. So our credit limit with them is $690 and our balance is $515. So once again, we want to get this paid down to 30%, which is basically going to be around $200. So if we can kind of make a plan to get this paid down, and what I would try to do is get this one and the first one, which the first one was like less than $100 that you needed to pay. So if you can kind of get these 2 paid down over the next month and then just kind of work on this one monthly, then that's definitely going to impact your credit significantly. All right, and we got Victoria's Secret. So this one, credit limit is $700 and the balance is $196. So not too bad there. It doesn't need to creep up any more past that. And the thing about this is, like, you can use these credit cards all month and max them out. You just need to make sure that by their reporting date that they don't report that amount to the credit bureaus, okay? Because there's also a tactic. The more you use your cards, the more willing they are to raise your limit. So you want to use them. You know, you just want to make sure that they don't report those high balances to your credit bureaus.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if this is Synchrony Bank or someone else here, but this credit card, your limit is $500 and we've got a balance of $130. 30% is $150. So this one isn't too bad, but we don't need to see it get any higher than that. So we want to make sure that we keep this one right along that 30% range. All right, and then this right here is a student loan. Student loans, of course, are installment debts. You know, we're paying a set amount over a certain period of time. With student loans, I don't even believe in paying them anything extra. Pay them the minimum. Hopefully one day these things is going to disappear. With some of these laws and stuff and things that they're trying to do with Congress. But yeah, just kind of continue to pay these, defer them if you need to, or whatever the case may be. You want to make sure that they're consolidated. Let me see. Yeah, you don't have any more, so that's good. Maybe you already have had them consolidated, so that's good. Because sometimes what I'll see is that people's student loans are reporting like 6, 7, 8 times on their credit report. And you don't want that. You only want it to report once. But yours looks like it's consolidated, so you're in good shape there. Then Alley Financial, your auto loan. One good thing about Alley Financial is that they do a lot of business auto loans as well. So I'm not sure if you signed up for my business credit seminar this next week, but we'll be talking about that a lot, how to get auto loans in your business name and things of that nature. But just a tidbit of information about them. So anyway, this is an installment loan. It's actually good debt. As long as it's a vehicle that you can afford to pay, and it seems like you're doing it, you're making good payments on time and everything. So this is going to have a positive effect on your credit. So that's good. Did you get a good interest rate on your vehicle?
I did not.
Okay.
I think my interest rate is 10.1.
Okay. So interest rates are actually lower now. And if you do decide to take that business seminar that I'm doing next week, you can get some good information to learn how to refinance this in your business name, which will get this off of your personal credit altogether. That's the good thing about business credit, is that it goes onto your business credit report versus being on your personal. So Just something to keep in mind there. All right, then we got First Franklin. This is so what was this, a personal loan?
Yeah.
Okay. And looks like just something that okay, so this is closed. So now we're into your closed accounts here. So this is closed, it's paid off. We don't have any negative history with it, so that's good. Even with closed accounts, they don't roll off for, I think it's like 7 years and 2 months or something like that. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, everything's on for 7 years. And this was an auto loan, maybe a car that was damaged or something like that you used to have, or either end up paying off. It doesn't have any negative history, so that's good. Installment loan, so this was a lease. That's closed, no negative history, so that's good. Credit One Bank, so this is one of your collection accounts that we'll be looking to have removed. So this is something that we're currently challenging right now, and it's one of your only accounts that's in collection, so that's good.
And they, I actually just got a letter this week. That isn't the same company that has, I guess, the collection. It's a different company now. Should I send that in to you guys?
Not as of now. If we do end up needing it, I'll reach out to you. But they do sell these, so it's like different companies that do collections, and if they collect, they're able to keep some of the money, and so a lot of times they sell debts off. So that happens from time to time. What will most likely happen is when we take a look at your scores again, when they rescore, it'll probably have the new creditor on here.
Okay.
All right, then Affirm, that was an installment loan that's currently closed, so that's fine. No negative history there. You had another thing with Affirm that's closed, no negative history, so that's good. First Franklin, this looks like this was another personal loan. That's currently closed with no negative history, so that's good. And then down here, this was another collection account that does have negative history, so we're looking to move to get this removed. So those are your 2 accounts. Well, 3 accounts, I'm sorry. You got another one with Affirm that had 1 30-day late. So we've got 3 accounts that we're looking to get removed from your credit reports. The good thing about them is one of them is only reporting to Experian. One is only reporting to Equifax, and then the other one, oh, this is it. Here we go. Yeah, so it's like you got 1 on each one. So one is reporting to TransUnion, and it's actually the same. This is the same company. This the one that was originally Credit One. So it's basically one account. It's just reporting separately. Or 2 accounts, I'm sorry. So this one that was originally with Credit One is reporting to TransUnion and Equifax, and then this Affirm account is reporting to Experian. So we'll work on getting those 3 removed. And then we've got like just quite a bit of inquiries that we need to work on. I see that you got your rent payment set up as self-reporting, so that's good. You know, that will positively affect your account. And then we've got just a bunch of inquiries that we need to get removed, so we'll be working on those, getting those removed as well. Now, the only inquiries that we can't get removed is anything that's tied to an open positive account, okay? But like, for example, if you apply for credit and didn't get it, so like this Alley Financial, we can't get that removed. However, GM Financial, we didn't get a car with them. Cap One Auto, we didn't get a car with them. We can get that removed, okay? So we'll work on all of this stuff. Let me ask you something while I have you here. What are your goals when it comes to your credit over the next 6 to 12 months? Are you looking to purchase a home, or what are you have going on goal-wise in regards to your credit?
Yeah, my biggest thing is purchasing a home right now.
Okay. And when would you like to be able to do that?
I say within the next year and a half, before the end of 2022.
Okay. All right, so we'll definitely work to make that happen. But the biggest thing is getting some of those accounts removed and getting you some higher credit limit credit cards, which will more so benefit you. Building up the limits in the ones that you have, and working on removing some of these inquiries. That's pretty much going to be your biggest thing. But as long as you don't incur any new late payments, then you should definitely be in position to be able to purchase your home within the next, year or so, for sure.
Okay. I do have one question.
Sure.
My USAA credit card is a student account. I can't raise the limit. And I know you said don't close it. Is it okay to just have that little small amount?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I would pay it down as low as possible. And you will have to use it every now and again so that they don't close it, though. Okay, so
Okay.
maybe it can kind of be like a little gas card or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Any more questions you have for me?
No, that was the only question I had.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. Well, you have a good rest of your day, and we'll be in touch with you. Okay.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Well, that's it. Y'all saw firsthand what goes on during our credit consultations. And like I said, with my credit repair service, those actually come as a bonus with the credit repair service. So if you're looking to get your credit fixed and you need some of that information to add to what you're doing, if you're looking to buy a home, buy a new car, or just want to be in position, to be able to, have a good credit score, definitely contact us at dhguniversity.com.